Hello and welcome to the Biscuit Tin. I'm your host Tony Fielding and thank you for clicking on this video. It's only been 3 years since we've last uploaded. If you don't believe me, let's have a look. Boom. 3 years. As you can tell, my Bourbony brother, I don't know why I've done that, it's not like he's here. Dell is not here with us tonight because, we live separate homes and life gets in the way. But, he's with us in spirit. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. It's mead. So, what has prompted me to make this video, this biscuit bites if you will? We've just had some news about the Highlander. That's right, the reboot with Henry Cavill. And that is, first images have been released of Henry Cavill as Connor MacLeod. So I'm super stoked for this. So very quickly, not very fastly, very quickly. I'm completely optimistic about this reboot, mainly because Henry Cavill's in it, and also because Chad Stahleski is directing it. And if you love the John Wick films, and you know how good they are, there's reason for this film. There's reasons to be very optimistic about this film. I think if you're not going to be optimistic, which I completely get, it's because it's a remake. Understandable, let's face it, not many remakes are good. And I'm looking at you, Total Recall, and you, RoboCop, and even Ghostbusters. But what makes this a bit different for me is because, again, you've got Henry Cavill, who's a complete nerd in terms of wanting to make sure that, this is Highlander, this is a loved, it's a loved original film. It's an iconic original film, and Chad Stahleski, who is just one hell of an action director and world builder with the film. So, again, any other director I'd be dubious about for the majority, but this one's, there's an optimism about it. Now, without further ado, let's get into what you've clicked on this video for, and that is Henry Cavill's, what he looks like. So let's have a look, and it's from, I've got it ready, it's from Discussing Film on X. And here we go. I've only had a quick look at these, so let's get a bit more details about it. So here we go. Boom. And, man, this deserves a drink. Oh, God, cheers. That is... Come on, this looks amazing. He looks really good. It's not. It's simple. It's just pair of cargos or combat, whatever kicks, and a long leather coat, and it looks like a world. It looks like one would you say like a World War II possibly coat? It looks. I don't know what it is, but man, it looks nice. That's beautiful. It's like, I get it and you got it here from the gif of the original Connor MacLeod with the long trench coat, but it's like it's just gone into another level with it on here. Like, wow, I'm digging it, man, and I'm loving where he is. It looks like is it a Buddhist temple? Holy ground. Ooh, okay. So Connor MacLeod is somewhere in a Buddhist temple, and if you know what holy ground is with the Immortals, it's in the quest for the prize, the game, the one rule is you do not fight on holy ground. That all immortals mostly follow. I wonder. I can imagine something like this would happen. Like the first film or two, if it gets a sequel, first film or two, no fighting on holy ground, and you'll get the one immortal that breaks that rule, which has been seen in other Highlander films. Very poorly made Highlander sequels. I'm looking at you, Highlander Endgame. Okay. And I think the next one, he's in a church as well. So again, holy ground again. Let's ignore the boom mic. And he's wearing... Oh, shit, I've just noticed. He's wearing some different swag, and those pants look... Is this like a World War II thing he's wearing? Ooh, are these different periods, do we think? Oh, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. Yeah, it could be. I mean, yeah, it looks like he might be wearing something like more World War II swag as opposed to what he's wearing here. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm just going off the images. I think that's what we're seeing. Yeah, I'm liking it. Okay, and you know what? He's got the classic Highlander weapon, the katana, which was the sword he took from Ramirez because, spoiler alert, in the original, Ramirez was killed by the Kurgan, and Connor MacLeod's big MacLeod broadsword, once his wife Heather had died, he used that sword as her gravestone, MacLeod, because it has MacLeod written on it. And he walks away to travel the world with Ramirez's katana. So, okay. So that's, and I can't tell, but it looks, is it going to be similar to the original katana? I kind of hope not. I kind of hope it does its own thing, but I really hope at the very least the handle, because the handle on the original is beautiful design, beautiful carving. It's an ivory handle, I think, with a gold guard, and the pommel, I think, is like a dragon's head. I think it's, because there were two Highlander swords. There was Connor's and Duncan's, and I can't remember who's had what. But yeah, I wonder, it could just be the shadow, the way it's lit, so you're not getting to see the full detail, and it just looks black. It might just all be shadow, but I hope there's something sexy with that design, because the katana, you've got to make it stand out. But no, I'm made up it's the katana. I'm made up that's the weapon, because it can't be anything else. It can't be another sword. It has to be a katana. End of. So you've got to make it stand out. So that's good. That's good to know. You don't, and it's going to be the katana. You don't do a first reveal image with any, with the katana if it's not going to be the katana. So hold on. Ooh. So yeah, in terms of his look, I'm digging it. He just looks, I mean, he's even got you're just looking at his face, and even here, it's like, this is a man who's seen some shit, who's lived a life, who's lived many lives, and he just looks weary. Yeah, I am, more than ever now, I was, if I had any doubts going into this, it's like seeing Henry Cavill now in these images, I was like, no, I'm on board with him. I am just so I'm like, yeah, man, he just looks perfectly cast. If you're going to order farm, this is, that's what the point of films for the most part. It's a visual medium. Order farm the shit out of him. There's no one who you want to order farm more than Henry Cavill. He just looks great on screen. And yeah, order farm the shit, my son. Order farm the shit out of this. Oh, what a guy. So yeah, when it comes to clearly this is going to be a remake of the 1986 film, because you've got the Kurgan, which is played by Dave Bautista, Ramirez played by Russell Crowe, Heather, his wife in Scotland, is played by Karen Gillan. Helen, where did I get that from? So yeah, and Jeremy Irons is playing a role as well that I don't think was in the original, because from what I've read online, and take it with a grain of salt, haven't you, is that, you got the Kurgan Highlander, you got all the pieces from the original Highlander, but now they're throwing in a corporation or an organisation or something that is now trying to find the secrets and the mysteries of immortality, and they bring the Kurgan in to help them or do something. So Jeremy Irons sounds like he's playing a big bad in the film, like the overall big bad maybe, because I can imagine this is going to be like a franchise as opposed to just one singular story. It's going to span many. I hope. I hope this does well, and I hope it's good, because I'd love to see more of them. So yeah, I am excited. I'm excited to see what they do, because, and also I keep looking over here because it's also on this screen. Like, when you look at him here, he kind of looks like, bear with me a sec, he kind of looks like Adrian Paul. So Adrian Paul, bear with me, he plays Duncan MacLeod in the live action series from the 90s, and you'll see him in a sec of what I mean. Like, here we go. So let's see if I can get him up better. No, I want to get some images of this guy. Anyway, we'll just bring him over here. Here we go. See what I mean? It's just like, I find that fascinating. Like he looks more. He has more of an Adrian Paul look than a Christopher Lambert look. Not many people look like Christopher Lambert, to be fair. He's a very unique gentleman. So I wonder how, if Duncan MacLeod plays any role in this new universe, or if what they've done is they might have taken certain characteristics of Duncan and placed it into Connor. That'd be interesting. Because look, I do not want to see an oversaturation of the Immortals of the story. I kind of just want to see, me personally, I just want to see Connor's story go throughout many films, and eventually for him to, this might be a bit, dreamy, but for him to eventually win the prize. I always felt annoyed that, especially because how the first one's very much a beginning, middle, end. He gets the prize at the end, and they retconned it later on. So, in the fourth film, Endgame, Duncan killed Connor, because Connor at that point was just fed up with the game. I was a bit disappointed by that. I didn't like it. Nothing against Duncan MacLeod. I think he's cool, but I never gravitated to the TV series really. I was all about the original film. Maybe that's not a good thing. I don't know, but you like what you like. But no, I'm glad that. But yeah, he kind of has just a bit of a Duncan MacLeod look. I just saw it there, and I'm like, bloody hell, he looks a little bit Adrian Paulish there. But no, I'm loving it. I'm stoked. Visually, this film's going to be incredible. You just have a feeling, if you know, if he carries on the styling of John Wick over to this one, carries it over and just gives it that Highlander twist, it's going to look incredible. Just by these shots, you can tell. Like I say, this is how you do a reveal. It reminds me of when Henry Cavill was announced as Superman, and you saw that first reveal image of him. So this is what I was on about with when, whatever you think about the film Man of Steel, the reveal image of Henry Cavill as Superman was incredible. I mean, look at it. It's not some shitty behind the scenes leak. It's not some just, here's a snippet, go out and there he is, there's Superman. This is full on posing, the lighting, the set. It gives you both. It gives you an indication of the tone of the film, and how the look of it, and pretty much this is what the film you get. I think anyway, it's indicative of what the film is. So to me, this is how you do a reveal. You make it look great. You make it look powerful. This looked great, and while probably not in that powerful image moment, these still look incredible. This one maybe is, if you came out the boom mic, but you can tell, look, there's the camera rig, so this is just a nice set of what they're doing. These are bloody good. It's going to look incredible. It's going to look amazing. So yeah, there we go. There's my little reaction. I am hyped. I am stoked. I cannot wait for this film. Now, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited? Are you apprehensive? Are you worried about it? Because let's face it, remakes, they don't have a great track record. But again, does Henry Cavill and Chad Stahleski being on board help you come to this could work side? Let me know, because I get it. I completely get if you're not on board with it, if you're worried about it, if you think it'll be crap, if it's pointless. It's like, the way I look at it as well is, if it's going to get made, it was going to get made, because it was, I think, like years ago, I think Ryan Reynolds at one point was attached to play the Highlander. Ryan Reynolds, look, no offence to Ryan Reynolds, but holy shit, was that some bad miscasting. That's what we could have got, potentially. And who knows who would have directed it. It wouldn't have been anyone top tier, certainly. So to get Henry Cavill on board and have Chad Stahleski, let's take the win. Because if it's going to get made, and it's going to get made, you want the best people involved with it, who you at least have faith will deliver. So yeah, it could turn out to be a load of wank, but it's on a good start with a strong cast, and a bloody good creative team behind it. Because one thing you're going to get as well is excellent world building. You're going to get excellent world building, I think. Yeah, we're going to probably find out, like, what I'd like to see is not necessarily the, I don't want answers to how the Immortals came to be. I don't want the details or anything like that. What I'd love to see is more like little breadcrumbs of something that we as fans can probably talk about for ages, like, oh, they're this, oh, they're that. And I reckon you're going to get that. I reckon you're going to get something that might hint of their origin without it explicitly going, here's the origin, because we don't want that. It could always end up disappointing. As long as it's not from the planet Zeist, I think it will be fine. Yeah, please just don't make them aliens. Don't make them aliens. Fucking hell, don't make them aliens. Whatever it is, whatever the world building is, I do hope we see the at least hints of their origin a little bit, little breadcrumbs here and there, without going into great detail, because you don't need it. But little snippets would be nice to show, like, yeah, there's something. We'll never truly know, but there's something. That'd be cool, I think, anyway. And how they do that, who knows? So yeah, so who knows? Maybe they won't do it. Maybe they will. But we'll see. Anyway, so there's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Are you excited? Are you worried? Do you think it's pointless? Probably right. It probably isn't needed to be remade, but fuck it, I'm on board with it so far. So might discuss it later, another date. A bit more details about that. So yeah, Henry Cavill looks fantastic. The visuals in these images, if this is what it's going to be like in the film, I think we're in for something special. You know, it's going to look like a movie. It's not going to look like a shitty toy commercial. It's not going to look shite. So yeah, I can't wait. I am excited. But anyway, hopefully the next video will be arriving in less than 3 years. One can hope. Hey, not nice.